welcome to the Ranger's Respite. I'm Philip, and this is Drinking Geek. Hey guys, it is review time, and while this is what my whiskey club voted for me to review this week, it's not what I'm reviewing, obviously, since you've seen the title of the video and clicked on it, because I'm still punishing them for tying up the poll last week, the week before. I'm punishing them. So instead of doing this, I'm instead reviewing Highland Park Valfather, which, not entirely unintentionally, this review is going up the day after, I think the day after, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is coming out. I am in no way affiliated with Ubisoft or Assassin's Creed. I'm not sponsored by them. They have not paid for this, nor has Highland Park. But thematically, if you're looking for something Viking themed to drink while you enjoy Assassin's Creed, this might be an option for you. Now, this is part of Highland Park's Legend series, which is, I believe, Highland Park Valfather, Highland Park Valknut, and Highland Park Valkyrie. None of which I have actually seen on store shelves. This was a gift from my friend Holden. And this is my third time shooting this video, by the way. The Legend series was created with the assistance of Jim Lingveld, who is an author and an artist, and he designed this beautiful box. And he's worked with museums on exhibits about Vikings and so on. And I have to say, this is an absolutely beautiful box. I think it's fantastic. I also happen to think that the whiskey is fantastic. It's bottled at 47%, which is 94 proof, which is a little bit higher, considerably higher, 7% higher than the current bottling of Highland Park 12, I believe. I could be wrong. It could be 43%, like the old bottling, but I've heard that it's 40. So on the nose, this has plentiful smoke, honey, some mulling spices maybe is what it smells like to me, and some rich fruit. It smells fantastic. So the smoke that's on the nose is present. It's definitely there, but it's woodier and less overpowering than most of the Islay single malts that I enjoy that are heavily peated. I would categorize this as sort of low to medium peat, and the regular 12 as being low peat, not very much smokiness to it. This definitely has the smokiness and a little hint of brine around the edges, but it's not as potently smoky as, say, Lafroig or Ardbeg. on the palate. There is it's hard to describe. It's like sort of the smoked meat note that Port Charlotte has, but instead of being like a huge chunk of like smoked beef, like a whole side of smoked beef, it's like neatly cut strips. It's more refined, it's less aggressive. And there's also like warm bread and honey and spices. And the rich fruit that's on the nose isn't really in the palate. The finish is like if you imagined taking like a mixed berry pie, drizzling honey over it and eating it beside a campfire. Like there's the smoke that's there, but it's not really overpowering. There's rich dark fruit. There's honey and some breadiness. I would say this is a fantastic whiskey. If you aren't a fan of peat, or if you are, I really enjoy it. It's apparently made in refill casks, or aged in refill casks, which it has lots of fruit presence from the refill casks, more than I would expect. And it's got just a little bit of oiliness that coats the back of the throat. And the finish lingers for a while, which is nice. I don't like things that just sort of disappear. So I would say this is absolutely a fantastic whiskey. It is, if you can find it in the $55 to $65 range, I would absolutely pick it up. Like I said, I haven't really seen it anywhere in the States. This one has a UK market only sticker on it, which it was a gift from a friend. If you can't find it, this is obviously the old bottling. You can tell because it's not terribly heavily on the Viking theme. But the 12-year-old is usually a little bit less than this, usually in the low 50s. I've seen it on sale in ads from other states for as low as like 45-ish bucks. So it's definitely, this is definitely a step up from this flavor-wise in terms of alcohol content, and a little bit in terms of price. But it is a fantastic whiskey. I think it's definitely worth the price, and I absolutely recommend it. If I had to put a score on it, I'd say between 88 and 90. I think that that's a good, comfortable range to put it in. Taste is subjective. I really enjoy it. If you enjoy lots of smoke in your whiskey, you might find it a little underwhelming in that respect if you're used to drinking Ardbeg and Laphroaig or Lagavulin, but it's definitely there. If you really dislike smoke, you probably won't like this, but I like it a lot. And end of the day, that's sort of the point of this show is I drink whiskeys, I tell you whether I like it or not, and I try to give you some tasting notes and whatnot. Wait. And that brings us to the end of the show, which means I got to talk about the stuff in the description down below. You will find a link to the Whiskey Lodge Discord, where myself and a number of other whiskey fans talked about whiskey, food, beer, cars lately. And it's just a really cool, chill place where, you know, anybody's welcome to come pull up a stool and talk to us. There's also a link to my Patreon. If you like the content that I produce and would like to support it, $1 a month lets you do that. It also allows you to vote. And once I actually have some Patreons voting, I will no longer be doing the stuff where I'm like, haha, you tied up the vote, so I'm going to do something entirely different. I will actually honor the vote if I have Patreons voting. There's also a little bit of Patreon exclusive content. And if you don't like Patreon and you still want to give me money, there's coffee. There's a link to my coffee in the description below. And if you feel like you really would prefer to get something in return for your investment other than the content that I produce, I'm also selling these cute little, that's the Spirit Pot Still stickers. They were designed by my friend Alyssa at Apricot Studios. They are fantastic. They're $3 a piece, and they are for sale in my Etsy store. Here's a link in the description down below. And that is everything. Oh, next week. It's dry week, so I won't be reviewing this next week. I will be reviewing something non-alcoholic, and this will be the first review out of dry week. So, until Friday, stay happy, stay geeks, sláinte.